Sorry, hold on. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon over here. Happy birthday. That is not my name. About 20 seconds. All right, let's jump into it. If you're at the channel message, someone knows that men, doesn't have to be men though, someone knows that men, I don't even know what it is, someone knows that men are going to fall for you, something like that, because you're some fine shit. If you don't know what fine shit is, that's just like somebody, they're fine, like they're fine as wine, okay? Anytime I say the term fine as wine, I think about someone that is aging gracefully, okay? So someone looks better with age, all right? So the older you get, the more you come into your looks and you come into your aesthetic, really getting that, all right? So yeah, hey, let's jump into it. All right, we have parallel universe at the bottom of the deck. All right, you could be having dreams of your future self, or someone else is having dreams of you in the future. Really getting that. All right, so I was also channeling like thinness. Like you could be becoming really thin, and people are assuming that you're on drugs, but you're not. Okay, maybe someone is, but I don't think it's you. All right, but I am channeling that someone that's like on hard drugs, not like marijuana or anything like that. They may relapse. All right, you can tell because they're losing a lot of weight. All right, yeah. I'm also getting someone was somewhere before, like someone has been on like some type of hiatus and they come back looking completely different. I don't know, I'm channeling Jenna Ortega. All right, so yeah, let's keep it going. We have, that comes out all the time. We have hallucinations. Okay, so this is with the hallucinations, this is like a dream girl, dream boy, dream bod. Okay, hey, I was also getting like pretty boy, um thug, um whatever. All right, we have dramatized. Okay, so this reminds me of like when Beyonce performs, how her hair is like blowing in the wind. I'm sure she's not the only artist that does that, but I'm literally getting like your hair is blowing in the wind. It's long, it's flowy. You look just so good. Like I'm getting, you look so good. All right, so yeah. Um, we have Garden of Eden. I want to assume that the first people, like the first people were gorgeous. Like the people that were like created first, like Adam and Eve, I assume that they were like gorgeous ass people. Like I'm really getting that. So when the Garden of Eden comes out, this is someone that is really gorgeous. This also reminds me of like exotics. So in the Garden of Eden, I'm just not thinking about this. They probably had like a lot of exotic fruits. You ever see those videos like on YouTube and stuff of like YouTubers like trying out those exotic fruits? Like I'm really getting that. Like you would think like, oh, in the Bible it's like, oh, apples and oranges. Like I'm getting like some real exotic fruits. Like yeah. All right. We have Payoff. Okay, so something's going to pay off. Maybe you're going to get a modeling contract, or maybe a modeling agency is going to, you know, spot you and like, hey, you have this really nice look, come work for us, or come, you know what I'm saying, do some photos for us, whatever. All right, we have I want to see you on hard drugs. I'm assuming that if you're on drugs, that it takes your beauty away. It like drains the life force out of you. So I'm assuming that's why that drug energy is coming up. And then we have hearing voices. So hallucinations and hearing voices. All right. I don't know if you're actually hearing voices, or if you're like kind of like a medium and you can just hear like your ancestors and your spirit guides and like other spirits that are around you. Because I'm kind of getting that's like what it is. Like when someone hearing voices, like I've heard voices before where I've even heard like dogs barking, animals, like, but you gotta understand in the spiritual realm there's like so many different beings. So if you are hearing voices, it could be many multitudes of things. It could be someone that died in your house. It could be someone that, I don't know, is passing through your neighborhood, passing through your apartment, and they're deceased and you can hear their thoughts. I'm not sure. Maybe you can hear people's thoughts. So maybe like you're walking in a room and you're hearing people's thoughts about you. All right, very vampirism, vampiric, because I think vampires are on a higher scale than witches. Like witches are witches. We know what witches are, right? But like people don't talk about vampires enough, which they are real. Like, okay. You know I'm never gonna let that shit go. And we have ritual, and then we have psychopath. All right, so yeah. All right, the number 8 could be significant, and the number 4 could be significant to you. All right. The Hermit card is here, which is a Virgo energy, which is perfection. All right. All right, we have the Ace of Swords. All right, I'm also getting someone's eyes. It doesn't matter if you have light colored eyes, dark colored eyes, but someone's eyes. It's your eyes. You're dealing with an Aries. Aries does rule the eyes. It's your eyes. Maybe you have like these seductive, you have like a piercing, seductive stare. I'm really getting that. Or maybe you have really big eyes, or I don't know, maybe your eyes are colored, and you know, so I'm kind of getting like when people look at you in your eyes, like they fall in love. All right. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So yeah, your beauty can be a job. Really getting that. Your beauty is a job. 8 again is here. All right. So magic. But like I was saying about the witches and vampires, gotta say this. Witches can use different elements. So in the tarot card, the magician, which is a witch or warlock, they have all four tools. So you have the pentacle, you have the sword, you have the wand, and then you have the cup, which is water. But mind you, the highest form of magic is either death magic, necromancy, and blood magic, which vampires use blood magic, which is the highest form of witchcraft. So a vampire is just a higher form of a witch or a warlock. Like, they're very high. Also, when you can turn someone into something that is not human, okay, you work for the otherworldly entities. All right, so yeah, this could also be a gift that you have, which I would love this gift because I feel like it's so cool. Like, say for instance, you're walking on the street and you can see like a demon by this person, you can see like angelic energy by this person, you may see this person has wings, so they're about to transition, and you could just see different entities around people. This is a gift that you have. Maybe you have not opened up this gift yet, but it is a gift that you possess. All right. Three of Swords is here, but in this reading, I'm going to take that as something that is being hidden from you. Maybe you don't know how gorgeous you are, or maybe you don't know how beautiful you are, or maybe you don't know how attractive you are. But yeah, Three of Swords. So Three of Swords is like lying to yourself. All right, so waking up, looking at your face, looking at your body, telling yourself all these things that don't matter, like, oh, I'm fat, or oh, I'm too skinny, or oh, I have pimples, or whatever. All right, so Queen of Swords is here. You're catching on to the bullshit, which is the bullshit is you. You're bullshitting someone, all right, or someone's bullshitting you, all right. But like I said, someone's going to reach out to you about a job because you are just so beautiful to them, all right. Yeah. The Page of Cups. I'm also channeling Snow White. And the funny thing about Snow White is you would expect her to be like Elsa, right? Because her name is Snow White. But I think that points to like how pale her skin is. Like her skin is so pale with those blue lips. I mean, ooh, with those red lips, like she has like a very different look. So this could be you. It doesn't matter what race you are. You could be very pale with like nice ass features. But Snow White is so pale you would think that she lives in the snow, but she doesn't. Okay, so Page of Cups is here. All right, which is a compliment. Somebody is very complimentary towards you. Like, hey, like you're fine as shit. You're fine shit, whatever. All right, we have the Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Page of Wands. All right, so I'm not sure why someone is feeling guilty, but someone feels guilty for something, okay? Um so maybe this person is not single. Okay, so someone's complimenting you, they want to spend time with you, they want to take you on a date, they don't want to miss their opportunity with you, but at the same time, they could be dating someone that they work with or they work with their spouse. All right, so someone, they're not going to tell you that this can't go as far as you may think it can because they're already in a committed relationship. Yeah, the Six of Swords, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. All right, with all the swords is here, so that does point to like sapiosexual energy. All right, I feel like that's kind of rare, like, but I mean, I feel like gifts do like excite people. I'm not gonna say turn them on because I'm not really getting that. I'm just getting like excitement. So maybe someone's finding out you're smarter than you look, and that excites them. All right. The King of Swords, though, you gotta understand, either the swords are very smart or the swords are very skilled. So this person may not necessarily be drop dead smart, but this person is like in their professional field, they're very good. So that's what makes they're skilled, right? So you may have both, you may be skilled and smart, okay? But just because you have mastered something, that, I mean, does that even really make sense? Like, I've mastered this skill and like I'm a genius at it, like, you know, like musical geniuses and stuff like that. All right. All right, we have underdeveloped. All right, like I said, someone is losing weight, which is actually a good thing. Like, so I guess you're fitting into beauty standards. All right. We have, which is so funny because the the beauty standard now is to be like thin and like fit, but the original beauty standard is a thick woman, like voluptuous thick. So it kind of makes sense, you know, like in those rap songs when they're always talking about a big booty girl, because that's like the Madonna. That's like to be like a hourglass shape is the thing. Like tiny waist, big booms, and then big boom in the back. You know. All right. I'm not gonna take this. We have family handler. So you get it from your mama, you get it from your daddy, whatever. All right. We have poisoned and stepson. All right. So this reminds me of someone being sold into the occult. All right. Yeah. I'm not gonna go deep into that, but I am channeling that. I'm gonna pull one more, and we have Jewish. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm just channeling like someone being sold into something. All right. Yeah, King of Pentacles. So, damn near all the kings are here except for the King of Wands. But we have the King of Swords is here, the King of Cups is here, the King of Pentacles is here as well. All right. So you got this professional, skilled, smart person. You got the King of Cups, very loving, sensitive, empathetic. You got the King of Pentacles, they got the bag. So it looks like you have options. 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the World. Definitely channeling, like, if you ever seen that, I don't know if you guys seen that picture of Miley Cyrus and her family. So you got, so okay, for instance, I'm going to compare these two. You got the Kardashians, which are witches, and then you have Miley Cyrus and her family, which look amazing. Like, if you've seen them, they look so fucking good. But it's like witches and then vampires. Yeah. Because that picture looks so vampirism, like vampiric. Okay, this could be your aesthetic too, because you could be gothic. So I don't know if maybe you want to be a vampire, maybe you're trying to find a vampire, but you gotta understand, vampires are sexy as hell. Like, oh my god, like if you like seen all those shows with the vampires are fine as shit. And like I said, ageless beauty. It's like ageless. You could be using some type of aging serum, cream, whatever. I never thought those really worked, but I could be wrong. All right, I am going to pull a spirit from the spirit book. All right, so let's see. Okay, so we have Maynok. This is a Thailand spirit. All right. It says, in life, Maynok, Thailand's most popular ghost, was chieftain's daughter who rejected an arranged marriage with a rich merchant to elope with Mac, a handsome but poor gardener. They went to a village east of Bangkok to labor as white rice farmers. They are star-crossed, tragic lovers, adored each other, and were happy until Mark was conscripted into the army, leaving pregnant Knock behind. Um, a young, rich, pregnant girl unused to manual labor, left alone with no family or husband, at the mercy of sympathetic strangers. This ghost has hostile behavior. She had a slow, difficult labor. Her son refused to emerge from the womb, and the mother died. The mother and child died in childbirth. This is the type of death associated with the most dreaded ghost. They were not cremated, but buried in an attempt to confine their souls underground. It says Mock, which was in the army, was unaware that Knock was dead. Bad things happened to neighbors who tried to warn Mock that he was living with the ghost, so they allowed him to remain in the dark. All right. So you could be dealing with something like that. So your love seems to be unconditional. All right. So just because someone has money and they're willing to take care of you for the rest of your life doesn't mean that you're going to jump on their bandwagon immediately. Some people really don't care about money. It's genuinely about the feeling and the energy and the vibe that they get with their significant other. But I do see that I'm not going to say you're being punished, because it's almost like the divine is like bringing something towards you and you're rejecting it for something less than. So I'm not sure if this is like a punishment. So you get pregnant by this man that really doesn't have much, and then he goes off into the army and you stay with the child and have a difficult labor, and then you eventually die with the child. So it kind of seems like a punishment. So I'm not sure if someone is like trying to hush you up about something and kind of just like, hey, like, let me take care of that. All right, but yeah. We have the Star card, the Sun, and the Empress. This lineup is crazy. All right, these two cards together is usually like a megastar. Like I said, I mentioned Jenna Ortega, Miley Cyrus, the Kardashians, but someone that has a lot of influence on a major platform. All right. But like I said, you look good. Temperance card. So with the Virgo energy coming out and the Sagittarius energy coming out, you are perfect to somebody. And I know no one is perfect, but that's what it's coming off to be. Like, you are perfection. That's what it's given. All right. We have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Cups. I'm also getting, if this is like a spiritual spouse, somebody is very territorial over your energy. So it's almost like someone is with you even in death, and it's like someone will get mad if you try to move on, or if you know what I'm saying, fall in love with someone, which is an accident. I don't think anyone like tries to fall in love with someone, but someone's a very jealous spirit in the spiritual realm. The Moon card. So going back to being sold in the occult, somebody was sold to the occult. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands. I've mentioned this before. This is like being sold into the occult is like, I don't want to say it's an industry plant, but it's kind of like someone mapping, like drawing out your life, like animation. And then they're doing tactics that make you follow whatever it is they drew out for you. Something is in your blood. So, like I said about the witches and vampires, I know there are entities that watch the witches, and I know that there are entities that watch the vampires. So you could be either or. All right. If all of a sudden you just start changing, like, and so when I think about a vampire, I think about like grunge. So I think about like these dark clothes. You're naturally gorgeous. Dark makeup, okay, piercing eyes, straight teeth. I don't think I've ever seen a vampire with crooked teeth or braces. Their teeth are fucking perfect. Yeah. All right, so I'm really getting that. But they watch the witches, they watch the vampires. Keep that in mind. I would love to be a vampire. Just saying. I never claimed myself as a witch, but if I had to choose, I'd be a vampire. Yeah. Definitely Megan Fox, because you know Megan Fox and MGK drink each other's blood. All right, so yeah, if you're into like blood drinking, you're probably a vampire. I'm not sure. I'm also getting like, you know, those kids that age really fast. Yeah. But a lot of vampires reside in New Orleans. So, yeah, and a lot of witchcraft resides in New Orleans too. So it's very interesting. All right. All right. So someone sees you and it's like they're in love with you. All right. So this is definitely giving me royal vibes. A lot of the goddesses and gods were great. All right. Because they're just so beautiful. People can't like control themselves. That's what it's giving. Like someone is so beautiful that like when people see you or people are around you, they cannot control themselves. So you may invite someone over, and maybe you want to do something fun, and like this person cannot stop thinking about sleeping with you. All right. I do see you protecting your lineage. All right. So yeah. I'm also starting to think, and this is just a thought, I'm also starting to think that the people who like wrote the Constitution and the people who like wrote all of these official documents are not human. They're not humans. Like even the person that wrote the Bible, like you have in the Bible when it says how God comes to like his prophets and he tells them like what to do. But you know how big the Bible is, and you know how like long it is? Like how did you write that? Like I'm just thinking that it had to be something else that is writing these official documents. Even like the Constitution, I feel like a lot of politicians are not that smart. Politics is all about manipulation, and I just don't feel like they're that smart. So like for them to write the Constitution, that was kind of smart. And I'm not trying to say these people aren't smart, but just think about it. I don't think they did that shit. Yeah, and then you're ending out the King of Wands. He finally showed up. All right, so